Now, it's a mixed picture for supermarket bosses today after the competition watchdog told them they must be more clear with their pricing, but also found that retailers are not passing on the full scale of price rises to customers. Well, let's talk about this a little bit further. Kate Hardcastle is a retail analyst and she joins me now. A very good afternoon to you, Kate. Thanks so much for talking to us. So high food price inflation hasn't been driven by weak competition, according to this report. Will the supermarkets see this as something of a victory?
Hi, good afternoon. I think slightly, because I think it shows that they seem to be balanced and that it shows consumers perhaps are not going to be punished for not having the ability to shop around or keep what feels unfairly track of many multiple grocery stores and the brands and the prices they are charging for the necessities in life. But I think when it comes to pricing and clarity on pricing, particularly in store, I've always campaigned for more clarity there, more understanding for consumers, using better visibility tools there. And I think one of the things that's coming of late is we've seen a lot of these grocery stores lean into things like loyalty schemes to provide a different pricing, and that tends to take over all of the marketing information on the shelf. That means it's very difficult for consumers to navigate the actual price per unit when we're buying things, which is one of the most easiest ways for somebody like me or you to understand exactly how much we're paying for the goods we want in our basket.
Well, that's right. And in fact, the Competition and Markets Authority is calling on the government to do just that, tighten the law around pricing display so that it's easier to compare, because sometimes you get prices compared to different weight quantities, or I think the example of tea bags was used, where sometimes it's the price per tea bag and sometimes it's the weight. So you just need real clarity there so you know whether you're getting a cheaper deal or not.
It's incredibly important, because what obviously grocery stores are trying to do is sell volume to us. You know, we're more valuable to them the more that we buy, because they're on very lean margins a lot of the time. And they've used these loyalty schemes in a fresh new way, and that's been certainly a reaction towards the discount supermarkets that have come into our mainstream shopping now. And it's a case that you're rewarded if you're a loyalty member, but actually going in, seeing these shelvings as I do week in, week out, the bright yellow messaging takes over on everything. We're trying to urge people to be more aware. It's very difficult. I know you're very distracted when you're shopping, be that even online or in store, just to get the job done. It's part of a necessity, but clarity on what you're paying per unit, clarity of being able to choose between brands, making sure you're getting the right deal and not being surprised at the checkout is so integral and essential. And there are laws around this. You know, pricing does have to be unambiguous. It has to be clear. You have to be able to understand this. But if that's taken over by a myriad of other messages, it can be difficult. And I think also in this report, it does talk to the fact that some people will always have to use corner shops, local stores rather than bigger stores. And is the pricing there fair and valid? And whilst absolutely those stores have quite often higher running costs, it's so important that consumers feel they can still understand exactly what's the price and how does that sit comparison as a comparison. There's so much more can be done. We're on a big sustainability climb as well. And, you know, the point of purchase, that actual point when you pick up and put in the basket, could be doing so much more in terms of our education as shoppers.
OK, and so many people are so worried about the price of their weekly shop. Kate Hardcastle, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.